Good morning, everybody. Hello, and what is going on, my friends? Welcome back. First of all, hope you all had a good day yesterday. Today is Wednesday, June 24th, 2020, and I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to a full day of gameplay streams. In fact, all new release content today, which is good. A fun new release day here at the end of June. So the deal is that I was not here yesterday, as everybody knows. It was my day off for the week where I went out and did stuff with my wife. We had a good. We actually have a really good day. I'll tell you guys a little bit about the day in a minute, so you guys know, what we were up to and what's going on, and actually some updates in regards to stuff coming this week. But anyway, I hope you all had a good day yesterday. Whether you, were watching other streams, maybe you were getting caught up with all of my stuff over on DSPGaming on YouTube. Maybe you took a day away from gameplay. Who knows what you did? But whatever you did, I hope you had a good day away. And I hope you're coming back today ready for a full day of fun. Okay? I hope so. So, let's talk about what's going on today. So you guys are in the know on what to expect here. Because it is going to be a fun day. First of all, a new game playthrough beginning today. SpongeBob SquarePants. Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. A remade version of the old, I guess it's GameCube and PS2 classic that a lot of people say is like a cult classic game, really fun, SpongeBob. From what I'm gonna understand, from what people have told me, from the era of seasons 1 and 2 of SpongeBob SquarePants, the cartoon show. Now, my background with SpongeBob is very limited. I did not watch SpongeBob when it was a new show back in the early 2000s at all. I only started watching the show last year. That's right. I never really saw SpongeBob ever. It was, at that point in my life, I was heavily into competitive Street Fighter. I was into, working my butt off at a job to earn enough money to travel and play competitive Street Fighter while I was also going to college. So I was not watching cartoons. Okay? I didn't watch it at all. And then I started watching it last year with my wife. And we were like, this is really funny. Now, she's seen it. She's seen a lot of it. She says she probably hasn't seen every episode, but she definitely saw some of it. And she really liked the show and said she thinks that I would like it. Because it has a lot of writing in it that seems like more adult humor. I mean, is there really silly, over-the-top stuff for kids? Of course there is. But a lot of the writing is actually more relatable if you're an adult. So watching the show, I agree. There's a lot of stuff in there that if you understand, things that an adult would know versus things that a kid would know, it actually has a lot of relatable stuff in it that's actually quite fun and funny. So for the past 2 nights, at night, my wife and I have watched some SpongeBob. We got through the entirety of Season 1 of SpongeBob SquarePants now. So I have all the background on all the characters from that first season. Some really good episodes in there. I really enjoyed watching season 1 of the show. So that's cool. I'll have some background, and hopefully I'll be able to, recognize the characters and recognize some of the villains and recognize all the stuff that's like, references in the game. It should be pretty fun, I feel. And I hope that you guys are going to hang out with me as I play this game. You might be saying, why is Phil playing this game out of nowhere? I mean, yeah, it's a new release this week, but why would he be playing this, especially if he never really used to watch SpongeBob? Okay? Well, it's because people asked me to play this game for years. They told me that this game is basically a cult classic. It's a game that a lot of people, kind of grew up with playing because it was an early 2000s game on GameCube and PS2. And it's one of those games that people were like, man, if you really want to enjoy, stuff from that era, this is one of the games you got to play. It was kind of like a diamond in the rough. So, that's why. Now, last year, I did a viewer's choice event where you guys nominated and voted on games for me to play, and SpongeBob won. And there was a debate, should I just try to play the old version of SpongeBob? Maybe get the original GameCube version. I don't know if it's expensive or whatever, but I can play GameCube games and capture them off my original Wii console. Or should we wait? And after talking with you guys for about a week about it, I think it was kind of decided that I should wait because this new version was coming out. And playing it as a modernized game versus playing the older version that may have input delay and other issues. Okay? Sadly, here we are. Why am I saying sadly? I'll tell you why. because apparently reviews have come out, and apparently that people are saying that the game stinks, that this version is not great, that you would have thought that there would be like modernizations and things that would have made it better, but apparently not. Apparently the game is chock full of bugs and frame rate issues, and that's not good. Not good at all. It's to the point where so many people, I guess, have complained about the game this week. It came out yesterday, but reviewers, I guess, complained about this game, that I guess the developer said they're going to have a giant patch for the game this coming Friday that should fix a lot of the issues of the game. Okay? That's what they're saying. Is it true? I hope so. I don't know what we're going to encounter today in our first session of the game. But here's, I guess I could say there's some good news, is that after playing this today, I'm not playing it again until the weekend anyway. Like, I had no plans to play this again until, like, Saturday or Sunday. And so because of that, maybe there'll be an opportunity for the game to get patched and actually work much better, okay? Also, I don't know how long this game is. Some people were saying it's actually not a very lengthy game, that in comparison to some of the other games of that era, this game was much shorter. It was sold for $30. Now, just so you guys know, okay, FYI, I'm playing this on the Xbox One. And you may be saying, what? Why? You always play cross-platform games on the PlayStation Network. Well, PlayStation Store, on your PS4. Well, here's what happened. Yesterday, during my day off, I wanted to buy the game and install it to have it ready for today. So, what I did was, I looked all over the PlayStation Store. I searched for SpongeBob. I searched for SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I searched for SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I searched for new release games. I searched everywhere. For some weird, very odd reason, this game would not show up in the PlayStation Store on my PS4. Now, maybe it hadn't loaded yet or whatever, because I did it, I can't remember if I did it in the morning or midday yesterday. But anyway, I just couldn't find the game. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. So I went on, Xbox Live on my Xbox One. I found it immediately. I'm like, well, I guess we're just going to go for this. I mean, it's not a game. It's a remake, or, whatever, a remaster, a remake. It's not a modernized game. I really don't believe there's going to be significant performance improvement, running this thing on the PS4 Pro versus the Xbox One or anything like that. I really don't think so. I think it's going to basically run the same no matter what you do. So I ended up getting it on the Xbox One. So then I tweeted about this later in the day when I had actually come home from being out during the day with my wife. And immediately I get yelled at. Oh, well, it's right here. All you had to do was search on Google. Wait, what? Google? So don't go to PlayStation Store on my PS4 and look for it in the store. Look for it on Google, is what you're telling me, if I wanted to buy the game on PlayStation. Because that's the first thing that comes to mind, right? Not go to the in-game store that's built into your fucking console to find the game. So then someone else actually responded and said, basically, it's the same exact issue with them. The only way they could get it to come up was search just the word rehydrated. They said if you put SpongeBob in there, you get all the SpongeBob movies and episodes, and basically the game never shows up. But if you just search for the word rehydrated, that seems to be the one word that's associated with this game on PlayStation Network, and then it comes up. Okay? I have no idea why a new release game doesn't show up in the PlayStation Store's new release section. It just doesn't. It's not there. It's very odd. I've never really seen this happen before. So, whatever. It is what it is. I have it on Xbox One. We're going to be playing it on Xbox One. Hopefully, they do patch this game, because if we play it once today, it's about 3.5 hours of gameplay. Someone in Stream Chat said it's about 10 hours long. So if that's the case, maybe 3 streams. Okay, that's good. But let's hope that they do patch it on Friday like they've promised, and then I could get that patch, and then when we play it again, which is probably going to be Saturday. We'll talk about the schedule update in a moment here. Then hopefully it'll run better, whatever the issues may be. Someone in the stream chat is saying it's the load times. The load times are god-awful, apparently. Hobo Chili Dog says, it's like they actually don't want you to find it until Friday unless you're very committed to playing it for some reason. Maybe that's what it is. They politely asked PlayStation to hide the game because they knew it's so bad. No, we don't want anyone buying this till Friday when we fix it. Maybe it is. Maybe that's the case, right? Okay. So I guess we'll see. But anyway, today's the premiere. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. And actually, it's funny. I've had the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song stuck in my head for 2 days, of course, because it's so catchy. And we're walking around yesterday, doing stuff out on our day off, and I'm like, oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Jesus. Why is it stuck in my head? But anyway, good stuff today. So I'm excited to try this. Even if the game's atrociously bad today, I think it'll still be a fun experience. We'll have some good time together, all right? Tonight, the late stream is the continuation of The Last of Us Part 2. 2 hours of The Last of Us Part 2 later tonight, everybody, okay? We're in Seattle Day 2, heading towards the hospital. I don't know what happens when we arrive at the hospital. I don't know if there's story development or not. It seems like there should be. I hope so, because there's been next to no story whatsoever in the last, 2 sessions of this game that I've played. There's been almost no story, and in reality, if you actually look, the major story development all happened in the first 2 hours, and now it's been like a good 10 plus hours with no story. So I hope we get more story today. Okay, or yeah, tonight. Okay, so we'll see. Then tomorrow is up in the air, guys, but let's talk a little bit. So if you take a look at the top of your screens, you'll notice something that says Vest Streak 148. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the precipice of hitting a Vest Streak 150. That means if we hit the tips goal for this stream today, and then tonight on the Last of Us stream, that is Vest Streak 150, and that means tomorrow, Vest Fest 2.0 will happen. All right? What do we got planned for tomorrow? First of all, I think the highlight of the stream that everyone's waiting for is another episode of DSP Tries It. I think you guys really enjoyed DSP Tries It, right? When I revived it a month ago to do the Papadias, you guys really seemed to like it. It even made a new emote out of it and everything. So, first of all, a head-to-head taste test special. I don't know if I've really ever done this. I might have in the years and years I've done DSP Tries It. But we're going to be doing the regular Whopper from Burger King versus the Impossible Whopper from Burger King. I'm going to order both. Okay, I'm actually going to order delivery. I'm going to have someone deliver the food during the day. And it's going to be delivered during the live stream. And when it shows up, head-to-head taste test. Okay? I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know anything about the Impossible Whopper besides the fact that it's not made of meat. I think it's plant-based. I don't know if it's plant or soy-based. I actually have no idea. But I've heard good things about it. I've heard bad things about it. You guys have actually asked me to try this thing for like 2 years since it launched. And I told you guys DSP Tries It's retired. Well, now with these Vest specials, we're bringing it back. So head-to-head taste test where I'm going to have both and tell you, oh, right, this is how it's different. This is how it tastes. That should be pretty neat. I'm actually pretty excited for that. Okay? Now, in addition to that, there will be a fun Q&A session. As we did last Vest Fest, it'll be about an hour where we kind of do open Q&A. We talk, we hang out, and have fun versus, doing any serious gameplay. Later on in the stream, we'll probably have Jasper join us. All right, Jasper the cat. Play with him a little bit. I got a couple toys and stuff that I can play with him in here that I think he'll enjoy playing with, and you'll get to see him and hang out with him for a bit. In addition, on top of that, we'll probably be continuing out what we did last time. If you remember, we were watching back my music video remixes, and I was doing commentary on them to let you guys know the situation. Where did this remix come from? What game was this, etc. And that was a lot of fun. We were having a lot of fun with that. So that's going to happen as well. Now, if we have time, maybe we'll do some other stuff. If you guys want to see, maybe I could go to some Animal Crossing islands or something of viewers. And so I would say if you have an island made in Animal Crossing, be on standby for tomorrow's stream. I'm not promising it. Remember, we were thinking about doing stuff like this last time around. We didn't have time for it. So I'm not promising it, but it's a possibility that maybe I'll visit some viewers' islands during the course of the stream and stuff like that as well. So let's see how tomorrow goes. But I am excited for tomorrow for sure. It should be a really fun event. Last time it was super fun. We had a good time with it. But I need to warn you guys. We have to hit the streaks today. Meaning we have to hit the tips goal for this stream and the tips goal on the late stream tonight. Now, I'm going to be very, very honest with all of you right now. I, first of all, don't even know if we're going to hit these tips goals today. And the reason I say that is because the last couple streams have been very rough and we almost didn't continue the streak. When I finished Sleeping Dogs on Monday night, we were like the last 20 minutes of the stream and we only had like $15 in tips. And I was like, I guess that's it, guys. And again, it's fine. You know, if it ends like that, we've had a crazy run of almost 3 months. Almost 3 months that this thing has continued, which is insanity. I never thought it would make, 20. And here we are at almost 150, right? It's insane. And I thank you guys I profusely thank you so much for all the support, the positivity on the streams. Over the last 3 months, this has been outstanding. Like I told you guys, next month I got a really big hurdle in front of me because not only do I have to pay a lot of money to my tax attorney, but that tax attorney now has to deal with the federal government to work on this back tax situation that I have with them. And I don't know what's going to happen with that. All right? I'm hoping for the best. We're going to see what happens. But you guys have been helping me out tremendously. In fact, it's looking like I should hopefully be able to at least afford the lawyer for now, and then whatever comes up as for the tax payments, we'll have to deal with when it comes up. But, you guys have been helping me so much recently, and I'm so grateful to you guys for being so supportive. I never, ever in a million years thought that it would go this far. I seriously thought it was going to end, like I said, two months ago. I never thought it would hit, 20, 25, and now here we are at 150. So if we hit the tips goals today, we're going to do this vest celebration tomorrow. All right. Now, being very honest with all of you, I don't think it's going to continue. We've been so close to having this streak end recently that I actually feel that tomorrow is the end of it. I think what's going to happen is we're going to hit 150, and then that's it. I think that's going to be immediately, I would almost say, I think that the streak's going to end. I do. I mean, being very honest with you, I think that's it. I think we're going to hit 150 today. If we do, we'll do the celebration tomorrow, and that's the end of it. Because it sustained itself for so long, but we've come so close to not hitting it multiple times in the last couple of weeks that basically means that kind of the hype behind it, I think, is dying out, and this streak is going to end. I don't want it to end, obviously. I love the positivity. People are excited every stream to see, gee, is Phil going to hit it? When's he going to hit it? And, it's cool. It's a cool added element to the streams. I like putting on the vest and hanging out and being goofy with you guys. It's fun as hell. But I don't think it can last forever. I can't believe that it's gone this far. And I do believe that it's going to end probably tomorrow. Okay? So now let's talk. Let's continue. Tomorrow, I really wanted to do something special for you guys. I wanted to have a new vest for hitting Vestival 2.0. Sadly, that's not going to happen, and here's why. So yesterday was the first time that my wife and I were able to go out and have a normal day out in the state of Washington because of this pandemic lockdown we've been in for 3.5 months. It finally was lifted. Not to say that everything's back to normal. It's not. But stores are open at like 50% capacity. Restaurants are open at 50% capacity. And we were able to go out and look around. And I actually went to 2 to 3 different stores. Some of them I had to wait in line to get into because of the way that things are being run around here now. Sadly, it wasn't good news. Out of all the places I went, I found 3 vests yesterday. One vest was really nice, but guess what color it was? Blue. Exactly the same color as the one that I have. And I'm like, we don't need 2 blue vests. So that was out. I found a black vest, and herein lies the problem. It was black. Like, it wouldn't show it on camera. You guys can't even see the blue vest on camera. Now, imagine me wearing a dark black vest on camera. It wouldn't have shown up. So I was like, there's no point in getting this. People will just complain they can't see it. So I didn't get the black vest. The best vest that I found all day long was actually a hybrid of like between brown and green. You know how there's that weird in-between color? I don't know, what would you call it? Olive or something like that. And this vest was really nice. But the problem was it was lined with like, it almost looked like lamb's wool or something. and I just put my hand in it, and my hand heated up just putting it inside the vest. I was like, there's absolutely no way I could wear this right now. Maybe when it comes to the fall or the winter and it gets cold, that's different. But there's no way I could wear this thing in right now. I'd be sweating bullets just putting this thing on. It's obviously meant to be a vest you actually wear to warm up outside, not to be wearing inside for a silly gimmick on a string. All right. So there was no way I could get that one either. I was like, and those were the three I found. I didn't find any others out. And in reality, most of the stores were either empty, like partially empty of product, or the stuff that they had in there seemed kind of outdated. Like a lot of stuff from Easter and stuff like that, which is what, 2 months ago? And so, you ask some of the employees and they're like, yeah, we literally just reopened this week. We haven't had new shipments of product since before the pandemic 3 months ago. We don't expect to have shipments until another 2-3 weeks. We got to sell through all this back shit that's been sitting here as the store was closed for the past 3 months. So it seems to me like, sadly, there's not going to be a lot going on in this area in regards to vests and in regards to anything. I was pissed. I was looking for underwear. I wanted to get some new underwear for myself. They had none of these places had any of my size. They had like small, medium, and XXL, no large. Like, I can't even buy underwear for myself. What is going on? So it really sucks. Now, some people are yelling, order online. I agree with you. Yes, I could do that. But here's the thing about ordering online. Number one, you don't know what you're going to get. For example, the blue vest that I ordered online. I thought it looked very different to me when I ordered it. It looked like a much lighter color of blue than it actually turned out to be. So a lot of you guys complain with the blue vest, I can't see it on camera. That wasn't intended. I actually thought that was a much lighter blue vest. But again, what you see online in the advertisement or here's the product, the picture, versus what you get could definitely be dramatically different. And in that case, that was exactly what happened. In addition, ordering online takes forever now. A lot of the things that I've tried to order online in the last 2 months, it says, it'll be delivered in like 3 days. It takes 3 weeks or longer. My wife ordered a couple masks. We never got them. And the company claims they shipped it, and they're like, well, we're not responsible. I'm like, you paid the shipper, not us. You hired that shipment company to ship it, How is, why would it be on us to try to prove something? Like, we never got the product, So this is what's happening now, is all these companies now are having tons of issues with shipping. My parents have said the same thing too, because my parents, they're much older, they're elderly, and they don't want to go out during the pandemic, so they're ordering a ton of shit. And even they're like, yeah, there's stuff that we ordered and was supposed to come on a day, and it takes like extra time to get it. So sadly, I was really hoping I was going to find something good yesterday for the festival tomorrow, and I have to apologize to you guys. I tried my best. I went into multiple stores. I lined up and waited outside of stores to try to find stuff for you, and I came up empty. And I feel bad about it because I wanted to have something nice and fresh to reveal to you guys on stream, and I don't. That sucks, and I feel like I kind of let you guys down a bit because of that, and I'm sorry for that. But what I guess I will say is this, what I will do, how about this? I have an idea. So first of all, everything's open here now. So at the very least, in the next month, my days off with my wife, I'll be able to go out and look at stuff. If and when these stores do finally get restocked, I will continue to look, okay? And I will let you know if I find anything. But in regards to let's say, I don't know, the next celebration, if we, by some freak chance, reach it, which, again, I really don't feel we're going to. I do feel that this whole thing's going to end this week. I think it's over, all right? But if it does continue, because you guys have shocked me before, obviously, the next festival, which you might say, well, when will it be? Well, I guess we'll do it every 50. So Festival 200, which would be a huge milestone, obviously, I know exactly what I want to do. I do. I know exactly what I want to do for this. And yes, I will. I guarantee that I have something for this event. I will order it online to make sure that I have it in time for the next festival. All right. But I don't know if we're going to get it. I would be shocked if we did. I don't think we're going to. I don't think we're going to get 200. I would love to. Obviously, again, the positivity, the support you guys have been showing me recently has been amazing. But I don't think, I think this week is it. I almost predict this week is the end of the Vest streak. That we're going to do it. Today, if we hit it, great. We'll do the Vestival tomorrow, and then that's it. Like, the hype will die out. Okay? But maybe I'm wrong. I've certainly been wrong before. Okay? So now let's talk about the rest of the week. So, tomorrow is Vestival 2. Well, what happens if we don't hit the tip skulls today? Well, if we don't hit the tip skulls today, that's fine. Then tomorrow, we'll probably just do more Last of Us Part 2. Okay? But we'll see. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, it's the return of Pokemon. We're going to do Pokemon Sword, the Isle of Armor, 2 more hours of the DLC. It's been a week now since I played Pokemon, and I really enjoyed going back to it last week. But let's face it, Pokemon's a chill, slow-paced game, and it was fun doing it as a main stream a couple of times, but now I think if we're going to continue to play it, it's got to be a late-night chill stream. So, late-night chill stream of Pokemon tomorrow, and what we're going to try to do is continue on with the DLC. We have a critical choice to make where we want to take our new Pokemon, which tower, because there's 2 different towers. There's a Tower of Water and a Tower of Darkness. So I have to make that choice, and after that, there's still tons more Pokemon to catch. So, Pokemon Returns... turn on my air conditioner, I'm hot here. Pokemon Returns on tomorrow night. Then on Friday, okay, it'll be a major stream of The Last of Us Part 2 as the main featured stream. And then Friday night, it'll be my weekly throwback Street Fighter stream, okay, for variety. It's good to get some variety in there. So, Saturday would be the return of SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. And what I'm hoping is that by then the game does actually get patched and it runs significantly better. I guess we're going to find out together, okay? So that'll be Saturday. And Saturday night, we'll probably see the return of Fire Emblem Three Houses, okay? And then on Sunday, probably more Last of Us Part 2, paired with probably more Pokemon. And then on Monday, more SpongeBob and more Fire Emblem. And it sounds to me like if SpongeBob really is only a 10-hour game, then we might beat it on Monday. Okay? Now, what's important to note here is that Tuesday of next week is actually the end of June. So June's going to end basically as I'm off, because Tuesday's my day off for the week. When I return that Wednesday, it will be the retrospective special marathon event. I'm actually returning from break, all right, to a really cool first day of July marathon. So what is this all about? I'll tell you what it's all about. It's about you guys nominating your favorite moments over the last 11 plus years that I've been a content creator, and us watching those back together in a marathon setting that Wednesday. So 1 week from today, essentially. Okay? It's going to be fun. I always love watching back my stuff because in most cases, I usually put out content and I never watch it again ever because I never have the opportunity to do so. I'm always making so much new content that I don't have a chance to go back and really reminisce about anything. So, yeah, it'll be July 1st, next Wednesday, when this is going to go down. And I hope that you guys will join me for it. It should be a really special event. In addition to that, last time around when we did one of these, which was late February, it actually created the Vest meme. That's where the Vest meme came from. So I can only imagine what we'll come up with this time around. Maybe people will find some really other funny vlogs and things and come up with something else that we can now start as a new meme. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Okay, so that's going to be Wednesday of next week. And then dependent on, how things went with SpongeBob, obviously, the first week of July is going to be continuing on with The Last of Us Part 2. And in addition, it looks like probably that next week of July is going to be the return of Ask the King, which is my bi-monthly Q&A show. So that's on the schedule. Okay, that's on the docket coming up. But it's going to be a lot of Last of Us 2, basically to try to finish it up within the first week to 2 weeks of the month. Will I start a new playthrough? It's possible. It is. Will I maybe take a playthrough that I'm doing now as a late stream, like, for example, Fire Emblem, and make it a daytime stream a couple times? Maybe. Will we see the return of chill gameplay content, such as Animal Crossing and Morrowind and Minecraft? Yes, quite possibly. Okay, because what I'm seeing is it's actually the first 2 weeks of July are quite slow. There's really nothing going on in the realm of new releases. It's actually not until I think it's the end of the second week of July or early third week of July when we've got Deadly Premonition 2, and then a couple days later we've got Ghost of Tsushima as well as Paper Mario and the Origami King releasing on the same day, and then the week after that we've got the Destroy All Humans remake. So we do have a lot of stuff coming up. Absolutely, we have a lot of stuff coming up that's going to be good. And I'm excited for that, but it looks like the first couple of weeks of July may be a little bit on the slower side, so maybe a focus on Last of Us Part 2, and maybe just doing some other stuff during daytimes for alternation's sake, but then maybe bringing back the chill content at nights. Okay? So we shall see how it goes. Alright? Now, what else? What else? Well, geez, I'm trying to think. There's so much going on right now. I'm just trying to think. Please, well, obviously, please continue to nominate your favorite moments from my 11 years as a content creator for that upcoming marathon in 1 week. Okay, the more you nominate, the better that event will be, and I'm gonna have to take some time to kind of review those things. Obviously, probably over the weekend for the upcoming event. So please continue to do that. You know, outside of that, I'm not exactly sure there's been much else going on. I think that there was a new character announced for Smash, Min Min, who's a character from ARMS, and, you know, woohoo. I'm not really too excited for that anyway. I don't really care about Smash expansion characters, but what's hilarious is that I haven't really seen much hype about that on the internet either. I think because people knew there was going to be an ARMS character for the longest time, and then when it finally came out, I was like, nah, who cares about ARMS? You know? A relatively early game in the life cycle of the Switch. What was it, 2-3 years ago when it came out, and it wasn't great, and most people don't even talk about it anymore, and now they've interjected it into Smash. You know, the craziness of the internet continues. People just trying to cancel people constantly. It's been pretty crazy over the last few days. I remember when we talked about it on Monday, we talked about Angry Joe. Now they're trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, and we've got Tina Fey, who's demanding that 4 episodes of 30 Rock, where apparently there were blackface sketches, be removed completely from any ability to see them, because she thinks now it's insensitive. It's like, yeah, but that wasn't even a decade ago when you did it. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I can see both sides of this situation. Here's why. 10 years ago when I started on YouTube, as you guys know, my commentary was pretty much unedited constantly, right? It was me saying whatever, doing whatever. I never took it seriously. I always thought the whole thing was a joke. I never thought I would make a living doing this or anything like that. It was just me messing around, being irreverent. And I was getting tons of attention because of it, right? That's how I got popular, was being the guy who did these impromptu commentary on Let's Plays / playthroughs, because I called them playthroughs. I didn't even agree with the terminology Let's Play. I hated it. And you know, I always told everyone I was an equal opportunity jokester, that I would, you know, if I'm going to make stereotypical jokes about any race, I'll do it about any race. Like, I mean, shit, I'm Italian. Go watch my Assassin's Creed 2 playthrough. Holy shit, do I just destroy the Italians. During that playthrough, I'm constantly making fun of them. But, you know, I did it to everyone. It wasn't just the Italians. It was everyone, right? And I look back at that stuff now, and I'm like, you know, a lot of people laughed at it, and a lot of people got the joke and had fun with it, but there might have been some people who were offended. And in 2020, this is a time where people just don't do that shit anymore. You know, it's become considered outdated, insensitive, right, to do that kind of stuff. So then you look back at, like, Jimmy Kimmel's career, right? And Jimmy Kimmel used to be on a thing called The Man Show. In fact, that's how Jimmy Kimmel pretty much became a mainstream guy, was this show called The Man Show in the early 2000s on Comedy Central. And it had all kinds of sexist and racist things on it, but that was the point of the show, was that it's a show that men would get the humor and laugh at, and it doesn't pull any punches, and if you don't like it, just don't watch the show. But for people who are okay with that kind of humor, by all means watch it, right? This has been, I mean, it was a very popular show. You know what I mean? It ran for years. It was popular as hell when it was on TV. And I don't understand how... Actually, was it on Comedy Central or was it on Spike TV? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it was on Spike TV, not Comedy Central. But anyway, this show, obviously, it was popular. They sold DVDs of it for years and years. Now they want to cancel Jimmy Kimmel for this show. It's like, what? Like, you hired him years ago to be a late night host. You knew exactly what his situation was with his past. You were okay with that. You know? And who someone is today versus who they were, 15, 20 years ago is very different. Should you forever be tarnished by the mistakes of your past? That's the question I think that we all need to ask. I don't think so. I don't. I feel that people change over time, and if people show signs of becoming more mature over the years, they want to be a different kind of person. For me, I'm a completely different kind of content creator today than I was 10 years ago. 100%. Take a look at the shit I used to do. Immature commentary. Over-the-top stuff said on my videos on YouTube all the time so that I could fill the dead air. Today, I'm an interactive streamer. I don't need to do that. I can just relax and have fun with games and chill with you guys and have meaningful conversations and have a good time. And yeah, we still joke around. Of course we do. We still laugh at my misfortunes in games. It's still a good time. But I love my content way more today than I ever did in the past. I know now when I stream that I'm not hurting anyone, right? With what I'm doing today, it's good-natured humor versus back then it was kind of, there's a joke at someone's expense. And trust me, in the 11 to 12 years I've been a content creator, I know about jokes at someone's expense because it's pretty much what everyone does to me on a daily basis publicly on YouTube, right? So I understand the harm that could come from that, and I try not to do that anymore, okay? So that being said, the whole fact that we're going to go back in time and erase stuff is ridiculous to me. Or we're going to go back in time and oh, you're held accountable for something you did 15 years ago. Like, yeah, but 15 years ago, no one was offended by this shit. It doesn't mean that it's correct in today's knowledge. That's like saying, okay, previously doctors thought there was a way to treat a disease doing this thing. Now, today we know that it wasn't effective, but we didn't know that back then. So now we hold the counter-adoptable for something 15 years ago because they didn't know it back then. What? You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous. I think it's pretty stupid. I do. I think it's pretty stupid. And I don't know. To me, I don't understand the whole thing. Let's go back and let's completely delete 4 episodes of 30 Rock from ever existing. Wait, what? Why? I've said this before and I'll say it again. All right? When you erase history and when you don't remember that things historically happened, as wrong as they might have been, then we're destined to repeat those mistakes because you can't learn from experience if you delete the experience from memory. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's a lot of racially insensitive stuff that's happened in this country, in the entertainment business, and we have to remember that it did and say we're better than that now. We're not going to do that anymore. Let's erase all of it from history. I don't understand that at all. I don't. So that's my opinion on the subject. I see all these people being accused of things they've done in the past and fucked up stuff, and it's like, as long as that person has showed an honest effort in recent times to change, to not be that kind of person anymore, to not do that kind of stuff anymore that maybe could insult people or hurt people, much like me, then I'm okay with it. If it's someone who keeps doing it and obviously is doing the wrong thing constantly and shows no effort to improve themselves, that's a completely different scenario. But I don't think it's right to hold someone accountable for the actions of the long past. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. You can completely disagree. Now, here's the thing. Someone just said, cancel the left? I think they're supposed to be cancel the left. Says, yeah, but Jimmy Kimmel tries to cancel people all the time. And fair enough. If your criticism of Jimmy Kimmel is that he's a hypocrite because he constantly calls people out and tries to cancel them, and now that he's being canceled, oh my God, right? That's different. Okay, you want to know what? That's a valid criticism. Absolutely. That's a 100% valid criticism of the guy if that's what you're going to say and if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case. I don't watch his stuff. I've never seen a single episode of his late night show, so I don't know anything about it. I saw stuff of his from the long past. I've never seen any of his modern stuff. But if that's the case, right, then, that's different. I want to call him out to be a hypocrite, but to try to cancel something that he did cancel him for something he did 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that's a different story. Okay. All right. That's my opinion on the whole subject. That's really all that's kind of been going on. Recently, there's some other stuff I don't care about too much of no real gaming current events going on right now. Nothing really new has happened besides that DLC character in Smash, right? I haven't seen any new news. Oh, wait, there's a Pokemon game, right? So, wasn't it this morning or last night they announced there's a new Pokemon game, but it's a 5 versus 5 game, and people who are looking at the footage are like, it looks like a MOBA. That's weird. So apparently it's going to be on the Switch, but also mobile devices, which immediately makes you think it's going to be like a mobile style game. It's not going to be a full-fledged Pokemon game. And of course, when that happens, people get angry. People get very angry. Oh my God, it's not a full-fledged, Pokemon game. How dare they make a mobile game or whatever? So it looks like the internet is kind of up in arms about that today. So I don't really have opinions too much on that kind of stuff. I like the Pokemon Sword. It was a great game. Is still an ongoing great game for me with this DLC. But more than likely, I probably wouldn't have any interest in playing a MOBA to begin with. So it's called Pokemon Unite. Okay, I'm being told it's Pokemon Unite. And apparently, Twitch is crashing. And now it's saying that there's only 70 viewers on the stream. Now it's dropping even more. What's hilarious is there's tons of people in the stream chat, so I'm not too worried about what Twitch is saying for how many viewers are here. I don't give a shit. Okay. Is it time for us to do shoutouts? I feel it is. I feel it is time for us to move into the shoutout segment of the stream. Okay? So first of all, a bunch of shoutouts to do here. For people who contributed over the past couple of days. First of all, we have Golden Colts who did a couple cheers. Well, I was not here yesterday. Thank you, Golden Colts, for the cheers. He said, have a blessed day off. Thank you, Golden Colts, for that. 9 hours ago, Crabcock cheered and basically did the lyrics to Bug Snacks. So thank you there for the support, Crabcock. Tandemouter did 100 cheers 7 hours ago. So thank you very much, Tandemouter. I appreciate that. Now, as for people who actually contributed during today's stream, the first contributor was actually Only Iced Coffee, who gifted a subscription to, of all people, Golden Colts. So congratulations, Golden Colts, on the gifted subs. Thank you, Only Iced Coffee, for the continued support of the channel. I appreciate that. Lego Mario tipped me $1. First tip of the day. He says, fun trivia you may not know, the voice of SpongeBob is actually Tom Kenny. He's also the voice of Heifer from Rocko's Modern Life. I did not know that. And Rocko's Modern Life is an actual cartoon show that I watched in the 90s on Nickelodeon. So that's kind of cool trivia. What I would assume is that there's probably a group of people who did a lot of voice acting during the time and they carried over between certain shows. Remember Billy West was the same, where he did a lot of voices for various different shows. Matt Groening cartoons, but a few others as well. So, his name is very, very, very well recognizable in cartoons of the 90s and kind of early 2000s era. So this guy apparently also, excuse me, was kind of the same deal, right? All right, very nice. Thank you, Lego Mario, for the first tip. Hail Hydra to me, $1 says, now you've watched it, who's your favorite character? Mine's Bubble Buddy and Larry the Lobster. If you speak to Squidward 10 times, you get a trophy and achievement. Man, I don't know. SpongeBob and Patrick are kind of like the main characters, but they're just kind of dumb. You know what I mean? I think they're meant to be overly stupid and dumb on purpose, because that's kind of the comic foil of the show. Squidward is a more private, introverted guy who just wants to do his own thing, and he's constantly harassed by his neighbors and pulled into wacky shit, even though he doesn't want to be. Mr. Krabs is the typical, stereotypical business owner, only cares about money, and gets pulled into all kinds of things with his Krabby Patties and stuff. Sandy Cheeks is a unique character, a Texan squirrel that moves under the water to live with the aquatic life and has all these crazy plot lines going on too. They're all kind of fun characters. But, I've only really seen season 1, and then I saw a few other seasons from the future. So I can't attest to, who's the best or whatever over time. I can only tell you, from season 1, I think the Squidward stuff, because he's supposed to be the straight man. he's supposed to be the guy who's like, I'm not funny, I'm not comedic, I don't want to be part of these hijinks, but then he always gets pulled into them, and it's over the top silliness when that happens. So I think maybe he's my favorite character. Then again, Plankton has such an amazing voice. His voice actor is so good at being like a villain voice. So, King Michael tipped me $2, and that's actually the biggest tip of the day. So I'm gonna get King Michael up here on the leaderboard. Let's see here. Let's do that. King Michael 400. That's a $2 tip. Thank you, King Mike. Wait a minute. 400, not 40. There we go. So we're now up to $4 in tips. Let's update that. All right. He says, can you make a face mask for Teespring? I'm interested in one. Are you still visiting islands in Animal Crossing tomorrow? I honestly have not looked into if Teespring's doing face masks. They very well might. They very well might be doing it. But I haven't really looked into it at all. If it's something that people would continuously be interested in, maybe I would. But I have no clue what I would put on the face mask. Like, I don't know what you guys would like to see. Would you like to see one of my existing maybe the Skull King logo that's already on the shirt? That's kind of a generic logo that's not necessarily associated, with my face or whatever. So maybe you'd like that on a face mask or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know. Let me know. You guys let me know, and I'll look into it. All right, give me your ideas. I smell like dog doo-doo. I don't know where people get these disgusting names from. But anyway, Ichir said, I got excited for today's stream, and I shit my pants. All right, that's enough of that. In fact, you can enjoy your permanent ban. Fucking weirdo. Okay. All right, continuing on. Hill Hydra. To me, $1. If you do everything, it's 25 hours. If you do everything in what? Are we talking about SpongeBob? Because that's weird to me that you're telling me if you do everything in SpongeBob, it's 25 hours when, from what I'm not understanding, people are saying it's only 10 hours long and it's a short game. Are you telling me the repetitive side content, or there's like repetitive side content that's boring and not worth doing? I don't know. But anyway, thank you for the $1 tip. I hope there's more clarification on that. Yug Bite has resubscribed to the channel for 9 months. Says, what's good, Pimp? What's going on, Yug? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for the 9 months of support. Monocryptic took me $1.30. Says, can I get unbanned? I don't know why I was banned in the first place. Well, first of all, Monocryptic, this is not the right place to ask for that. As I've only explained about 40 zillion times, I'm not going to completely derail my stream to look into a ban. What you could do, two things. Number one, contact a moderator on the stream. Tell them your situation. Say, I don't know why I was banned. Can you look into it? They should look into it behind the scenes and advise you on what's going on. If that's not satisfactory to you, you can email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com. All right? I can look into it. It's going to take me a while. Just to let you know, I don't have a ton of free time to sit down and look at these situations myself. Usually, I do try to look at it. All right? And I do try to review the situation from a neutral perspective. Even if you had an issue with a mod or whatever, I try to see what's going on. If you're going to do that and go that route, you have to give me your Twitch name in the email. If you don't give me your Twitch name in the email, that email gets deleted. I'm just not wasting time on people who can't even figure out if you want to get unbanned on Twitch to send me your fucking Twitch name. All right? You got to use some common sense here. Fair enough? So those are your options. Please don't ask again on the stream because it's not going to work. I'm not going to stop my stream to figure this out for you. Highway Cavalier did a 100-bit cheer, and that's the biggest cheer of the day so far. He says, have you heard they're remaking The Lord of the Rings as the Lord of the Vests? The Vest of Power is the one vest to rule them all. Actually, I heard something really weird. I read this really weird story that, that company that makes all the Lego games? I think it's called Telltale. And no, it's not Telltale, the game company that makes the story-based games like The Last of Us that is now out of business. We're talking a different Telltale Games that makes Lego games, okay? So, or is it Telltale or Traveler's Tale? Maybe it's Traveler's Tales. It might be Traveler's Tales now that I'm thinking about it. but it's something. It sounds very similar. Okay, so apparently this company spent $1 million. $1 million. Holy fuck. I mean, let's face it, the Lego games are very popular, so I'm not surprising that they got a budget to do this. They were making a standalone Lord of the Rings game that was not a Lego game. I guess what it was supposed to be was a game that was going to bridge The Hobbit with the Lord of the Rings. You remember when the Hobbit movies came out. So they were supposed to make this game that was going to be a tie-in game to both and kind of link the two. And I guess it was going to have official characters from both, but also it was going to have like new characters or something. I don't know. But apparently it's come to the surface that this over $1 million was invested in this game, and they actually made cutscenes and everything for it. And then the game got axed, and it wasn't until just like this last week that someone found out that this game even was being developed. I guess they realized that the Lego games were just more profitable. So they told Traveler's Tales, don't bother making that game, cancel it, even though it was $1 million wasted. Go make more Lego games. And they did. Snorlax Cheer says, why not hold the second Vest Fest at a later date and order what you wanted to order and plan it out? Can you at least throw in the DSP Tries intro this time? No. I cannot throw the intro in. That I don't have any video editing capability. But I don't understand what you're saying. You want me to cancel VestFest 2.0 that I've been advertising for weeks as a celebratory event? So you're saying if I hit 150 streak today, ignore that and back out on my promises to everyone and don't do a special vest celebration just because I couldn't find a vest? I think that's kind of silly. I honestly don't think that makes sense. I think that would be more harmful than anything because people have been looking forward to a special stream tomorrow. And a lot of people are actually kind of really excited for this Impossible Whopper taste test. They're hyped for another DSP Tries It. It's something unique and different I've never done before. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that would be kind of dishonest to promise you guys things and then say, well, I couldn't find a vest, so everything's canceled, you know. But like I said, what I can tell you is this. The next vest celebration will be at 200 streak. If by some freak chance we reach it, in reality, I really don't think we're going to. I think it's going to end this week, I'm being honest. But if it continues and we hit 200, I 100% will order something from the internet. I know exactly what I want for it. And I think it'll be a pretty neat thing. Okay? Alright. Lunaba. What's going on, Lunaba? Resubscribe. Oh, no, excuse me. Gifted his subscription to Snorlax. So congratulations to Snorlax. And thank you, Lunaba, for the support. Lego Mario to me $1 says, do I think I'll get copyright claim for the music and theme song of SpongeBob? I might. I don't know. I'm just gonna play the game. I don't even know what music's in the game. I've never played it before. I'm just gonna play it and see what happens. You know. Will I get copyright claimed during the stream? I highly doubt it. Will my videos on YouTube get copyright claimed? Well, if it's licensed music, it's probably more than likely then. But what can I do? Right? It's a licensed property, whatever. I'm just gonna play it. I don't fucking care. Thank you for the $1 tip. Lace Daibo. Then 100-bit cheers. You should play Namco Museum Archives. Both volumes are super cheap. They have loads of classic and Japan exclusive games, but we want to start backing up that King of Retro moniker. That is completely random. Right now we're in the midst of new releases and chill playthroughs that went on hiatus, and you want me to start playing random retro games. Fair enough, I guess, but I don't know where that request is coming from. I certainly haven't heard anyone else ask for that. Rock and Stone tipped me $1 and says, do you think you'll eventually see a true redemption arc, or do you think the combination of trolls and cancel culture will hinder you from being perceived by your positive influence in recent years? Let me put it this way. If I at least have a positive influence on my viewers, my direct viewers who are here every day, that's all I care about. I'm not looking for a fucking redemption arc. First of all, these drama arcs are immature as shit. My life is not a fucking a drama show for TV, you know, or a manga plot line at all. People who treat it like that are very disrespectful. I'm a real guy with real stuff going on in my life. And, you know, the thing is, less and less do I actually hear reasonable people talking about me in a negative light, and that's a good thing. I think people have finally moved on from me being the running joke of the internet. They've got better things to tackle and make fun of. which is a good thing. Of course, there's people who are never going to let go, and we all know who those people are. We don't need to bring them up today. But in general, I don't necessarily hear myself being referenced as the butt of everyone's joke on the internet anymore. That's a good thing. At least now I can just have my own fun, positive streams with my viewing audience and have a good time and not have to worry about every day who said this about you, who said that about you, blah, blah, blah. I don't care, right? Will I ever have a redemption arc where people actually view me in a positive light? I have no idea. Unless aliens invade the planet and they're trying to become cruel, harsh, dictating taskmasters to us, but I discover the element that defeats them and I'm a world hero, I don't know if anything else is going to matter to these people. Like I said, they don't like to forget the past. They like to just harp on the things of the past, and that's the problem, So it is what it is. For me, I'm happy where I am, but would it be nice to have more people view me in a positive light? Maybe have people actually give me a look from time to time rather than just shit on me? Yes, but I don't really know or care if that would ever happen. Okay? Timbo Slice Cheers said, I played 2 hours of SpongeBob last night. It's a fun game. I've never played it back in the day. Not sure why people expected change so much. It's a remake. I enjoy it. I hope you do also. The Man Show started on Comedy Central and was syndicated on G4 TV and Spike TV. There you go. That's probably why I was remembering it on Spike TV. Fair enough. Lego Mario tipped me $1. Says the original developers of this game, Heavy Iron Studios, made a bunch of nostalgic games, including work on South Park: The Stick of Truth. They also made other SpongeBob games, a Scooby-Doo game, the Family Guy PS3 game, and some Disney games. Wow. So they've got a big repertoire. Out of those, the one that I played obviously was Stick of Truth, and also the Family Guy game, which most people forget. But it's hilarious because if you look at my Family Guy playthrough, which is I want to say it's 7 or 8 years old now, it did really well on YouTube. People really enjoyed seeing me and John and Joe do a co-op playthrough of the game. But that humor today versus when that game came out, today people would be like, that's so insulting and it's racist and sexist and ableist and all, it's really, they just completely freak out about it if that game came out today. But, for the time, that was a silly, fun playthrough. That was very true to the plot lines of the plot lines of the show, the actual TV show. Love the 80s to be $1.30. He says, I'm from 1979 and fully understand what you're saying. It's a breath of fresh air hearing you talk and keeping it real. So many snowflakes today, and the internet has damaged an entire generation of youth. Pro trolls are 12 years old. All right. Well, thank you very much for that $1.30 tip. Love the 80s. I also love the 80s when I grew up. Okay. We are up to, I think we're at $10 in tips now today. I think so. Golden Colts cheered and says, you think the best, oh my god, here we go again. Who do you think the best waifu in SpongeBob is? There are no waifus in SpongeBob. If you think there are, that's really fucking weird. You're in love with a fish. Pissing Demon, resubscribed for 4 months in a row, says you should make a mask with your goatee on it. Oh my god. A mask with a fake goatee on it. That's ridiculous. Thank you, Pissing Demon, for 31 months of support. 31 ongoing subscriber months, right? Genie tipped $1.30. Says people have been outraged about stuff like what Jimmy Kimmel did. You can't say no one cared back then. People who did this stuff... Wait. The people who did this stuff did not have a voice and were ignored. Now, thanks to his social media, they do and they're expressing how they feel. So what Genie is saying is that there were people who were offended by stuff like The Man Show back in the day, but they were not given a voice. There was no social media where the individual could speak up and say, hey, that offends me. And now there is, and that's why all this stuff comes to light and gets called out. Okay, so maybe, Genie, you're right. Maybe you are right. You could be. I was not a person that was offended by that stuff back then. All right, so I can't say. I wasn't in those circles. But what I can say is this. That's all well and good, but is it fair 15, 20 years later to bring this stuff up and now act like it just happened and act like that's who that person is today and try to get them canceled? I personally don't feel that's fair at all. I think that, yes, should you learn from your past? Yes. Should Jimmy Kimmel come out and say, you know what, that was my past. Admittedly, I'm not going to act like it didn't happen. It's public for all the world to see. You can still buy the DVDs and watch the show on demand. You know, that's something that I did today with my modern values and my modern way of thinking, and becoming much wiser and older over the years. I realized that stuff's stupid. I should have never done it, and I'm sorry. And if he came out and said that, you know, maybe I wouldn't care so much. At the same time, you guys are telling me that he's a guy who tries to get people canceled all the time. Therefore, maybe he's a hypocrite. So maybe you're right. It's kind of silly that he'd be doing that if he knows he has this past that he's never apologized for. I don't know. I don't know the full situation, but personally, I don't agree with the concept of going back in time and looking at stuff people did in the past and trying to hold them accountable now, when people have obviously changed to become different people over time. Okay. The Children's Millions has tipped me $6.30. That's the biggest tip of the stream, and says, Phil, I'm looking forward to the stream. Have you seen any of The Last Ride yet? If so, isn't it ironic Shawn Michaels is the guy to have been retired twice from Taker given their relationship? I didn't see it at all. No. I've not seen any of it. I've heard it's a great series about, you know, the history of The Undertaker, talking about things that happened to him over the years, and how he's basically kind of broken down and, you know, looked like he was going to retire at one point, but then he wasn't pleased with how it went, and he wanted to come back again. But I don't know. I've seen none of it, so I can't speak to it whatsoever. Thank you. Wait, not Hail Hydra. What am I typing? That is $6.30 tip. Biggest tip of the day, and that jumps us up to $17 in tips so far. Thank you, guys. Gamer Gen X has subscribed for 26 months. Thank you, Gamer Gen X, for the subscription and the ongoing support. I appreciate that very much. Lego Mario tipped another $1. He says, more trivia. The voice actor for Mr. Krabs is Clancy Brown, who's also the voice of Uka Uka and Cortex in the Crash game, Hades in God of War 3, and Lieutenant Hank Anderson from Detroit Become Human. There you go. By the way, we're not at $71, we're at $17. And now we're at $18. Hill Hydra tipped me $1, said Avengers Beta is next year. What? How is the Avengers Beta next year when the Avengers comes out in the fall? What does that even mean? Anyway, SpongeBob is 25 hours if you're going to 100% it. Get all the collectibles. You get a trophy if you speak to Squidward 10 times. Alright, I really don't think I'm going to be going for all the collectibles. If you're telling me the game is beaten in 10 hours, but if you do really boring, repetitive shit, it's 25 hours, there's no chance I'm doing that. There's zero chance that I'm going to do that, okay? I guess we'll see. Thank you for the $1 tip. Now we're up to $19 in tips. Okay. Snorlax Cherry says you can literally play the sound on your computer and have audio go to the stream and that's it. No editing needed. I don't have the sound. Snorlax, I have not made an edited version of DSP Tries It in about 3 years. I don't have the resources sitting in front of me anymore. I don't have a sound clip. I don't have anything. Alright? Relax. Professor Cringe has resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you, Professor Cringe, for 2 months of support. Angelo Bestia did a 100-bit cheer and then did another 400-bit cheer. So that's the biggest cheer of the day. Here we go. Thank you, Angelo, for a 400-bit cheer, biggest cheer of the day. Hail Hydra tipped me $1. What do you think about Velveteen Dream is texting young boys? I don't give a fuck. What the hell are you bringing that up for on my stream, dude? Why are we going to talk about... Alright. Thanks for the $1 tip. Moving on. Paradox has resubscribed for 12 months. As Phil, I can't wait for SpongeBob. Very nice. I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you for the 12 months of support. That's actually 1 year of support from Paradox. Thank you, Paradox, for an awesome year of support. I appreciate that. Golden Colts cheered. He says, the original version of the game is a speedrun community favorite. Are you going to try to beat the game at a fast pace? No, I'm not going to rush through it, but at the same time, I'm not going to take my time getting every collectible. I'll play it at face value, see what I like, and go from there. Genesis Gaming's Genesis Gaming SWE resubscribed for 15 months. Says, do you have a pair of square-shaped pants? Thanks for 15 months. No, but I do live in a pineapple under the sea. And sometimes I do, you know, I jump on the deck and flop like a fish. Big Papa Phil gifted us up to Team Gardnator. Congratulations, Team Gardnator. Thank you, Big Papa Phil, for the support. And Dooley Dread gifted us up to Spoonerism. Congrats to Spoonerism. And thank you, Dooley Dread, for the support. We are, by the way, we're in the midst of a hype train, guys. which means if you cheer, if you gift a subscription or you subscribe yourself, you'll contribute to the hype train. If we hit the hype train level here, people who contribute will get an emo. I was about to do a shout out for the top cheerers of the week and the top subs of the week, but those leaderboards go away when we're in the midst of a hype train, so I can't even do the shout outs I wanted to do. I'm stuck. I'm stuck here waiting. So we actually have to wait. It's 4 minutes left in the hype train. Okay. Snorlax Cheers says, put up a DSP tries it on YouTube and hit play and pause. Oh my god. Snorlax. Alright, I'm gonna ask you something, please. Please relax. Can you please relax? It is not the DSP tries it jingle that made the show popular. It was the content of the show. People told me they really liked the Papa Diaz DSP tries it because it came back for the first time in a million years. They really enjoyed the episode. It didn't have the song. It doesn't need the song. If you want, I'll sing it. DSP tries it. I'll do it live, all right? And you can relax, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Raw is War tipped me $1. How about a face mask that says Devour on it? Oh, my God. The Devour meme. I mean, that's kind of weird. I don't really think anyone would buy a face mask that says Devour on it. I'm just saying. All right, so FYI, 3 minutes left in this hype train. I'm kind of stuck. I can't do anything till the hype train ends. I can't do proper shout-outs, so. Big D's did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Big D's. Lunabah just gifted 2 subs. One to Hunting Owl Games and one to Angelo Bestia. So congratulations to you guys. Thank you, Hunting Owl Games, for the support. Toldar, you subscribed for 9 months, says, sup, Phil, hope you'll have fun with SpongeBob. Me too. I'm looking forward to it. DSP Tries It fan to me $1.37 says, I think you should replace Guy Fieri as the host of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I didn't know the show was still on. I know that it was very long running. Kat and I watched the show from time to time. But I wasn't aware that the show was still on. And I didn't know that Guy Fieri was stepping down. Snorlax. Cheers is, there's more than a good compromise, sir. Looking forward to live jingle than in the Vest Fest 2. Wait, what? I don't know. But anyway, thank you for the cheer. Lego Mario to me $1 says, are you Dirty Dan? I guess so. I don't know what the hell that means. But thanks for the $1 tip. We go here up to $23 in tips now. Gerard Crow, cheers, says, you seem against putting time and effort into your festival streams. Well, that's just wrong. I would think you'd want to make them and your streams in general better product. I do. So, you're wrong. I do. Big Papa Phil gifted a sub to Stupid Dude. Stupid Dude now has a 4-month sub, and thank you, Big Papa Phil, for the support. So, FYI, we are 90 seconds away from the end of this hype train. It looks like we may have completed hype train level 1. So, it looks like people are already going to get an emote. But if we get a little bit more support here via cheering, subs, or gifted subs, then it looks like we'll hit hype train level 2, and a better emote will be unlocked. Big Papa Phil just gifted a sub to Mora Moria. Congratulations, Mora Moria, on the gifted subscription. And thank you, Big Papa Phil, again for the support. We're now at 95%. Oh, here we go. Hill Hydra tipped $1, says the Avengers beta is next month. Fair enough. He says, looks awesome. The main villain is MODOK. So awesome. Talk to Squidward 10 times to get a trophy. He just keeps... he really wants me to get this trophy by talking to Squidward 10 times. All right. So if the beta is next month, then yeah, I would be interested in doing it if it's an open beta, but I don't know if it is. I guess we'll see. Thank you for the $1 tip, Hail Hydra. Lunabud just gifted a sub to Mr. Popsicle. And now that hit us to Tier 3 Hype Train. We're now in a Tier 3 Hype Train, everyone. And that means we have another 4 minutes and 30 seconds to wait for the Hype Train to end before I can do shoutouts. I really wish there was a way to see those shoutouts without the Hype Train leaderboard here, but it looks like there's no way to get rid of it. Yeah. There's no way to get rid of it. It looks like level 3 emotes that will be unlocked. Hype Yikes, Hype Racer, Hype Car, Hype First, and Hype Trophy. I think it's race car related. Yeah, what we're working towards now with this Hype Train is to unlock race car related emotes. Yes, Angelo Bestio, yes, thank you. I know that you did 500 bits. It was 100 and 400. So you are the top cheerer of today with that 400-bit cheer. Was the largest single cheer of the day. That's why you're up on the leaderboard. Thank you for that support. Derek, I think I got Dooley Dread's gifted sub earlier. I know he gifted one. Thank you, Dooley Dread. Team Gardenator says the only way to play in the Avengers beta is to pre-order the game. Now, how stupid is that? You want to be part of the beta, pay us money to pre-order the game, but what if the beta is going to be a part of your factor of if you want to play the game or not, right? That's kind of stupid in my opinion. Lunabell gifted a sub to Big D's. Congratulations, Big D's. Thank you, Lunabell, for the support. We now have $3 left. $3, excuse me, 3 minutes left in this hype train. Lego Mario tipped $1. He says, have you seen both of the SpongeBob movies? Have you heard of the new movie releasing this year? No, the only SpongeBob movie I've seen is the one that was full 3D. Remember they had the one that was in the real world with like 3D characters? I saw that one. That's the only one I've ever seen. I did not see... I know there was an original SpongeBob movie. I never saw that. And nothing there. Okay? Thank you for the $1 tip, Lego Mario. Corey M says, a beta this late into the development of the game is not a beta. It's actually a demo, and they call it a beta, you know, as an excuse. And I kind of have to agree. Like, if the game's coming out in September, and they've got a beta coming out in July or August, that's not a beta. That's, oh, it's really a game demo. But the reason that we do that is under the guise of if it sucks... or if it somehow ends up being chock full of bugs, you say, oh, it was a beta, now we can fix it. You know? Which is baloney. Because in reality, a ton of people will be judging their purchase of this game based off of this beta, for sure. So. Alright, guys, 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this hype train. So far, we did hit level 2. So everyone, again, who cheered, gifted a sub, or subbed themselves will be getting an emo unlocked. Philly Bug Guy cheers. His shift in his community on Twitch broke the game so badly. In the first day, they got the speedrun time down to 10 minutes, then 5. And now, oh my god, the record is 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Wow. Impressive. Impressive, but man, the game must be really broken, huh? Excuse me. Big D's did a 200-bit cheer. Thank you, Big D's, for the cheer. I appreciate that. Hill Hydra tipped me another $1. Did you watch the SpongeBob episode when Patrick and SpongeBob were in school? They kept on saying 24. You know what's better than 24, 25? No, I don't remember that one. I only saw season 1, and I saw, I think it was part of season 5. Whatever season had the episodes that were like, when you combine them, they became like a movie. I saw that season. I think that was season 5. But that's all I've seen. Season 1 and I guess season 5, and that's it. But I can watch more in the future. We got it available because Amazon Prime has it all. Onion Cheese 123 did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Onion Cheese 123, for the cheer. 20 seconds left, everybody. 20 seconds. Will I watch the 2004 SpongeBob movie with Hasselhoff? I have no idea. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the hype train has ended. Thank you for your support. It was a success. I collected it says I collected all of the level 2 emotes. Oh, wow. Apparently I have all the level 2 emotes unlocked. That's interesting. Uh-oh. My stream chat just crashed. How do I fix this? A window opened up with emotes in it and I can't close it. I think I have to reload my stream chat. Hold on. I'm going to reload it. It crapped out. Because I want to give shoutouts to the people on the leaderboard before we, go on a quick break for me to use the restroom, and then we start with SpongeBob here. Alright, it's loading. Bear with me, guys. It's loading right now. Philly Buckeye cheered, and he says, now the speed runs down to 2 minutes, 19 seconds. People think they couldn't actually QA test the game properly because of the coronavirus. Maybe. All right. Thank you to the following cheerers. The top cheerers of the week. We've got Proton 477 in 10th place. Ninstar Rune is tied with Pit My Shed Plays for 8th. Big D's is in 7th. Timbo Slice and Cousins Ven are tied for 5th. Angelo Bestra's in 4th. Guitar Player's in 3rd. Crapcock is in 2nd. And Shadow the Hedgehog is currently in 1st place. Thank you guys very much for the support there. And thank you to everyone who gifted subs so far this week. Crapcock gifted a single sub. Dooley Dread gifted 2. Only Ice Coffee gifted 2. Big Papa Phil gifted 3. And Lunaba, 7 gifted subscriptions. So thank you guys very, very much for your support. I appreciate that a lot. And now, let's take a brief break for me to use the bathroom. And then I'll come back and it's time for SpongeBob. So thanks everyone, and I'll see you in just a sec for the SpongeBob fun to begin. Thanks, be right back.